What's good YouTube, Ben here, welcome to the next video on the channel. In this one, I'm going to give you the next Old School RuneScape free-to-play money making guide. This one's called Feathers Equals Profit. Let's get into this. Alright, so a really cool moneymaker you can do is if you go to Port Sarim, you're able to go and buy feather packs from the fishing store there. Now, you may be wondering how this is profitable, because feather packs are 200 GP or around for a feather pack, right? So what you can do in the meantime is, let's say we're starting with 50k, and I've also bought some high alch stuff with me, because you can actually high alch whilst doing this to make a bit of extra profit, which is very nice. Of course, the high alching part is useful if you have the level to high alch. If not, then just doing these for the sake of buying the feather packs that on their own is still decently profitable. But don't worry, just like with the last video, which was armor equals profit, we're going to go ahead and I'll show any G bought stuff near the end of the video. That way you'll know exactly what the profit was that we made, because I'm not going to leave that stuff out. So we want to go into this shop down here, which is the feather shop, or the fishing shop. And the cool thing with this moneymaker is the feathers replenish really freaking fast. So for example, right, we can go to him, we can trade, we can buy, and he has 100 by default. Buy 10. Just buy 10. 10 bought. We're going to open up all the feather packs. And then whilst we're waiting, I'm going to quickly do a high alch, and then we're going to trade. And we're going to go ahead and keep doing that. So we're going to buy 10. We're going to go ahead and buy feather packs. We're going to do a high alch. And we're going to go ahead and buy feather packs. Literally, this is what you do. You just do this. And it's actually a solid moneymaker. Because your high alch in between, which means, say for example, if I do a quick high alch here, trade, and we're going to buy feather packs. And you're going to keep doing it until your GP runs out. So we started with 50k. We're going to get a bit more than that because of the mithril plate bodies. But this is a great way to elongate your stay, because if you're between buying feather packs and you do a high alch, because you're going to have to wait a minute anyway. Like if I do these really fast, you'll see that there's still a bit of time before he replenishes back to 100. It's like every 1.2 seconds that a feather pack regenerates. So because of that, you can literally buy 10, quickly do a high alch, and then by the time you've done that, he should have just about regenerated. So you could probably get 2 high alchs in, to be fair. But I already bought 10 high alchs because I didn't want to obviously elongate for too long because the video. But like I said, we're going to go through and we're going to see full profit at the end. But this will probably be one of those where I do speed it up on occasion, because you will be here for a good 10-15 minutes just buying feather packs. And for those wondering how this is profitable at all, it's mostly because of the fletching skill. So the main reason you need feathers is for fletching, primarily, because you use them with wooden shafts to make arrowheads, or sorry, make arrowheadless arrows, or whatever they're called, using in the fletching skill. Now, of course, people are just, they don't care about buying these for 2 GP, because you can buy them for 3 GP each off of the Grand Exchange. So a lot of higher level players who have tons of money aren't going to care about the 1 GP difference. So because of that, you can literally just go ahead and camp here for basically as long as you want, buy an absolute crap ton of feathers, and it will always be profitable. It'll always be profitable purely just because of the fletching skill. And being realistic, fletching is one of those skills that most people just AFK at the Grand Exchange. Like, they're not going to want to come here and buy an absolute crap ton of feathers, especially if they're doing loads of fletching at one time. Like if they're doing 50,000 arrows, they're going to have to come by and buy 50,000 feathers. You know, they don't want to waste that kind of time, because with Old School RuneScape, one of the things about the game is you basically want to go ahead and do as much as you can level-wise as quickly as possible. So now we've run through our high alchs, meaning that we're literally just going to be buying feathers. So that's what this is going to be. Now, you may be wondering why we're not world hopping. There's no real point to. So by the time you've done a world hop, the stock is regenerated anyway. So you might as well literally just sit here and open feather packs. And the only reason I wouldn't recommend doing more than 10, because if you do more than 10, you're not going to make as much profit. You could do 5 at a time and make a bit more profit, but then you're just going to be here a lot longer anyway, because that time adds up. I'd rather lose a little bit and, you know, wait for the 10 stock as opposed to 5, because like if I buy 5, buying 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I do that, then you can't really fit any high alking in, not without losing time, I guess. So it's much better to just do 10, if you're going to do high alking anyway. If you're not high alking, then sure, go for 5 at a time, because at least then, you know, it regenerates by the time you've done the 5, in which time you can just go ahead and like, do more. So you can do that. I just don't recommend doing that if you're doing high alking. Like, if you're high alking, I wouldn't bother. But if you're just buying feather packs, then go for it. But this will be an instance where we go ahead and speed up for a little bit, because we're going to be here for a little bit. Okay, last feather pack gone. So we ended on 38,900 feathers. And we have 8 GP left from the 50k, and then of course from what we got from the high out with the mithril plate bodies. So we're going to run back to Varrock, and I'm going to price everything for you live. We're using a calculator, so you know exactly what kind of profit you can aim for. Now, just remember as well that I'm going to do the feather profit first, not the mithril plate body profit. The reason I'm not going to do that is because we want to accurately go between and see sort of what we can do here. But we'll do the total profit, so you can see if you took like 10 mithril plate bodies or whatever, you will always be in profit with this, which is great. Even if you don't eye out, if you just buy feathers, because it's, you know, 200 per feather pack, and then of course you sell them for 3 GP each. So, I mean, it's not bad at all. I mean, it goes a little bit less than that because of buying 10 at a time. If you buy 5 at a time, I think it's still accurate enough. I think. Yeah. No, I think yeah, it is. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've done this as a money maker. But you'll pretty much always be in profit with this money maker, and it'll always sell because feathers are used for the fletching skill. So because of that, you know, it's not bad at all. Let's run back. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I don't even know why I don't need fire runes. What am I doing? 2, 3, no more. Alright, beautiful. Of course, I do have my Staff of Fire as well. If you're high alking with it, I'd recommend bringing a Staff of Fire instead of Fire Runes. It just works out cheaper in the long run, because, let's face it, a lot of free-to-play stuff you're going to be high alking. So, a lot of time you'll spend in free-to-play is just high alking. But we're going to go ahead and price everything up. Now, we started with 50k, so I'm going to bring up my handy-dandy calculator. Very nice. With the handy-dandy calculator, we can go ahead and price everything up. So, started with 50k. That's the thing there. So, 50,000. And let's go ahead and sell the feathers. We're going to sell them at 3 GP each. Beautiful. They sold instantly. Feathers will pretty much always sell instantly at 3 GP. So, you don't have to worry about that. So, we started with 50k, right? We bought a bunch of feathers. Now we need to add on the price of the high out, so we know what exact profit we made is. So if we go ahead and go to history, I bought 10 mithril plate bodies for 28.45. So we're going to go ahead and add on 28, 4, 5, and 0. Then we're going to add on the cost of the staff, which was 1.3k. Then we're going to add on the price of the nature runes, which is 1.3k. So that's 81,050, right? So keep that number in mind. I'm going to write it down quickly so we know exactly. So it's 81,050. 050. Perfect. Then if we go off of here and examine the coins directly, so we've got 116,708 in coins, which is perfect. So we're gonna quickly restart the calculation. 116,708 take away, and then it'd be the other number, which is 81050. So that's 35k profit in 10 minutes. So again, free-to-play money makers aren't going to make you mills or bills. It's free-to-play. They're not designed to. But what they are designed to do is get you a good amount of starter GP, or at least you can, if you farm it for long enough, you can then get a bond. But let me know what you think about this video in the comments down below. Don't forget you can also like, comment, and subscribe to show support to the channel. You can also become a channel member from as little as 99 pence per month. And don't forget, I do live stream. When I go live here on YouTube and over on Twitch and on TikTok all at the same time. My streams here on YouTube are more in the shorts form feeds and more for mobile. But if you want to catch the exact same streams at the exact same time in full 1080p, then go ahead and join me on Twitch and TikTok. Those links are down below. And don't forget to join me on TikTok, like I said, because I do exclusive video content over there as well.